Could there be only one Earth in the universe? Observation discovery. Systems similar to the solar system are not uncommon, but among the nearly 10,000 planets that have been confirmed, only Earth looks like it was designed by Venus, far away. Except for the Earth in the solar system, where no one can stay. Not the burning world of volcanoes. Is wind speed. Planets up to about 2,250 kilometers per hour. The rest is instant freezing temperature. No one is good at, if the future must be famous. What would be your first choice? Hello, Earthling. Welcome to the Old Horse Quest Society. So, hypotheses aside, scientific data take you to experience the test of various planets. Choose a new home that you like. You first look up and take a look at the Milky Way galaxy. If you want to fly a plane across it, it will take 100 billion years. If you were captured by aliens, when you report home, you're going to say, living on the wall of Orion in the Milky Way, in a community called the Solar System. The house number is the third rocky planet. That's right, our solar system. In the Milky Way, one of the 200 billion stars, and we live on the third planet in the solar system. Among so many neighbors, only Earth seems to have won the cosmic jackpot. But it's a true hell mode novice village. His face would have been disfigured. The surface is densely packed with craters. All 4.50 billion years ago, left by the era of solar system, gangster fire were flying around back then. Whoever bumps into it is unlucky. Mercury took a super cannonball, smashed a huge crater with a diameter of almost 1,300 kilometers. Shockwaves travel across the planet like water ripples. Triggered a battle in Mercury. The Big Island directly bends the crust, even on the other side of the planet. Arched a chain of mountains. But the era of bumping around is basically over. Now I want to make my home in Mercury. The biggest killer is temperature. A day here is 58 Earth days long. Imagine that. You stand on the sunny side, a super blowtorch at 450 degrees above your head can bake lead, and once you step into the long dark night behind the sun, the temperature plummeted to minus 184 degrees. It's nearly 3 times colder than the South Pole. Just because of the extreme torture of this ice and fire heaven, Mercury's atmosphere has long been drained away into space. That little bit of oxygen is left. It's not enough for you to take a breath. It seems that this brother closest to the sun can't count on it. We gotta keep going. Walk away. Farewell to Mercury. Atmosphere. Early years. Scientists thought the atmosphere was a shield. Hidden beneath is a prehistoric tropical vast ocean. Maybe even smell and dinosaurs. Just the other day, Starship's 11th test was successful. Musk expressed optimism. 2029 is expected to land on Mars. It feels like science fiction is about to become reality, right? But let's calm down and ask ourselves, we will one day. Can we really settle on the red planet? But, on the surface, Mars is indeed in the solar system, the closest relative to our planet, almost 25 hours a day. There are mountains, deserts, and huge canyons. These valleys tell us clearly. He was initialized in the distant past. These traces of water, likely still locked in the subsurface ice. But I want to get this source of life. We have to get through the first gate of hell first. Radiation. 5 billion years ago, when the sun was born. It has been ejecting the entire solar system. High energy, radiation, no protection. We can't live at all. Fortunately, the Earth has a powerful global magnetic field, like an invisible super shield. It deflects most of the lethal radiation. But Mars' magnetic field has all but disappeared. This means he has no protection for thousands of years. Solar radiation is like peeling an onion, glazing the atmosphere of Mars. The water above is also most boiling. Of it evaporates into space. Finally, all that's left is a patch covered in oxidation, depletion of iron dust, desert for any future Martian visitors. Solar radiation is the #1 deadly threat, even if you're wearing a spacesuit. High-energy radiation easily jam precision machines and life support systems. I think it's the dust that generates its own electricity. When tiny particles rub against each other, it creates a huge static crane. It's like walking on a carpet and rubbing against electricity. But the power is amazing. Moving to the next category of challenges, more extreme worlds, gas giants in the outer solar system. Jupiter, let me start with an intuitive idea. This thing is so big, it could fit 1,300 Earths, but he's a gas planet through and through. There's no solid surface you can step on. The upper layer is spinning like crazy. Even counter-convective clouds. The entire planet is bombarded by a never-ending storm, and hypervelocity winds ravage. Jupiter rotates ridiculously fast. You can go around in about 10 hours. This frenetic rotation drives the east-west hurricane, split the atmosphere, ripped into stripes. When these high-speed cloud bands collide with each other, the most terrifying storm in the solar system will be born. One of the most famous, it's the Great Red Spot that's 3 times bigger than the Earth. Closer to the edge of it are swirls of river currents. Wind speeds exceed 400 kilometers per hour. Foreign aid transfers quickly. The interior is relatively calm. Unfortunately, the answer is probably not. Although Saturn's radiation levels are indeed lower, but he is definitely not a safe vacation spot. From the Earth, Saturn is like a quiet halo beauty, but his appearance is highly deceptive. That famous halo looks like a big disk. In fact, it is not an entity at all. It's made up of hundreds of billions of blocks of ice and rock, small like pebbles. It's as big as a car. All at speeds faster than high-velocity bullets, racing around Saturn like crazy. But the real danger to Saturn hidden in his atmosphere, like Jupiter. There are also wind belts that rotate at high speed in reverse, moving at a speed of over 1,600 kilometers per hour, than the fastest fighter. At the edge of the intersection of two tiny particles collide and rub against each other, generate huge nuclei. When the electric crane accumulates to its limit between the clouds, destroying super lightning. Earth lightning is scary enough. Instantaneous temperature can reach 28,000 degrees. Remove the sand from the ground. The child melts into a 4.6 meter. So Saturn is like its brother Jupiter. We passed mercilessly. We hurried by Uranus, which has no distinctive appearance, heading towards the true edge of the solar system. The environment there, the challenge will begin, even beyond the limits of human imagination. Flyby of Saturn. The last stop on our interstellar property expedition, Big Blue 4.80 billion kilometers away. Neptune wants to see him clearly from Earth. Gotta run. His charming blue coat is not the ocean. It's hydrogen, an atmosphere of Hachi, and a little bit of methane. Methane absorbs red light, reflects only blue light, so the entire planet presenting a dreamy and icy blue. Although there may be no water, Neptune has clouds. When methane, while frozen in his super cold upper atmosphere, white clouds will form. Astronomers, by tracking the movement of these clouds, got a jaw drop. The wind speed here is almost the fastest in the solar system. Some latitudes can reach up to 1,930 kilometers per hour. This is no longer the wind. This is a cosmic bullet that runs close to the ground. So the conclusion is very clear. Humans will never set foot on Neptune. It will be torn apart in an instant. But don't lose heart. Next to him is an alternative satellite, Triton. It's got a solid surface. There are fewer storms. The size is enough for us to live in. The question is, can we live here? The surface of the sea sweater, absolutely unique in the solar system. It's not the soil under your feet. It's frozen carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, methane, and lots of this wonderful way to dance by watching the stars. Plus Webb, space telescopes, and other celestial eye artifacts. As of today, number of confirmed exoplanets, 5,600 have been broken. So what are all these new worlds Calculate their distance from the star? You can infer. And we found a lot of monsters. There are super-Earths with a mass 1,100 times that They're also Earth. Close to stars. It only takes 3 days for the road to revolve around lava. The surface temperature of hell reaches thousands of degrees, where these metals will not only melt, it even evaporates directly. The atmosphere is full of metal vapor clouds. However, scientists firmly believe that alien worlds are so violent. They set their sights on the dark, mild little star, a livable agent by their side. The temperature may be just right. Perhaps there is a next Earth. There must be planets in the universe that are suitable for life, but finding them is like looking for a needle in a haystack. Looking back on our trip to the solar system, from Venus acid clouds to Jupiter's radiation, from the hypervelocity peak of Neptune, only ice volcano to the sea, you will find most of the worlds we discovered too savage for life. If we can defeat the radiation there and global dust storms, maybe one day, he can handle extreme situations, become a backup USB stick for human civilization. And before that, what we should do, it is to cherish and protect what we have now. The winner of the universe jackpot, a unique home. Like, follow. Next time, Lauma will take you to visit who is not on the list today. The only lying autobiography, a strange planet that may also rain diamonds.